Hi everyone, so I'm going to be looking at Sephora's 12 days of masking. So I love masks, so I was really excited for this. I do think some of their favorite sets maybe aren't the greatest right now, but for kind of $59 testing this out, opening it up, I am so excited. I did not realize it is like an advent calendar. And it is set up a nice way where you don't have to try and figure out where those numbers are. Like, they're all in order, like 1 to 6, 7 to 12. So opening up day 1 is you have a sleeping mask. From this one, there's just a little product in here. It could be half the size. So I'm kind of you're missing some of my product in here. Day 2 is GLAMGLOW Silver Mask. So I am just going to kind of unbox these. Kind of the hair mask I won't try out, but the facial ones I'll try out at the end. Because I kind of feel like a hair mask is a hair mask. I like them and I'll buy them, even if they're overpriced. I think they're good, but could you find something good for cheaper? Probably. Would I still buy it? Yes, most definitely. So you have the matcha butter, hair. So maybe I'll do the hair ones with the sleeping mask in the end, because I do kind of like to leave my mask late. I'm just trying to feel my hair because I'll forget. I'll be like, I don't really remember what my hair felt like. So I feel like the ends feel a little bit dry. Not too bad. A little bit of frizz. So definitely the Curl Diva. I have a little bit of a weird curl. My hair does whatever it wants. But their matcha butter hair mask. Right? So it's supposed to be 3 minutes to 15 to 20. But I always feel like I would leave things on longer than that. So overnight, if you're going to do an expensive hair mask, do it overnight. That's your best bang for your buck, to really let your hair soak that all up. From Peter Thomas Roth is you got their Hungarian thermal water mask. So I'm excited to try this one. Just because I was like, oh, I've been wanting to try this one out there. So it's one that I actually haven't. I'm trying to get the little plastic part off, but that's not happening. Day 5, OLEHENRIKSEN is you have their cold plunge pore mask. So I feel like I might have tried this, or it's in my drawer to try out. Day 6 is their black tea overnight firming mask. Sorry. So I will definitely have to try that one out. So I'll split my hair in two, my face in two for the night of trying them out. So from Caudalie, you have their detoxifying mask. So I do have a couple of these. I do think it's nice. And it's just such cute packaging, the little wooden knob. Day 8. This one is one that I was okay, I'm going to try it because turmeric is supposed to be amazing. I did have that other turmeric mask that I did a video on. Hopefully it comes out before this one. And I was just kind of I do feel like it kind of changed around my skin. And then afterwards, I do feel like turmeric, it's one that's not an instant, but give it a little bit of time. And not even reusing it, but give it a couple of hours and you'll feel some of that difference. So that ginger, turmeric, and vitamin C. I think just some sheet mask and skincare just needs some standardize, like, this is what your problem's for. Because I find like you'll be like, oh, I'm gonna do this one, and I have no clue what it's for. It just has like those buzzwords, and I'm like, okay, let's use this. So Boscia's Charcoal Pore Pudding, right? Intense wash treatment, and like, it's just so pretty. Oh. So it doesn't look that pretty inside, but you can kind of see like that swirl on it, and in it, like, I think it would be like a nice, like, I think all of these you can kind of do like a little gift set, right? Like, get them like a little cute hairband to like do up their hair, and then like a little mask, right? So I definitely think some of these value sets are things like are good to kind of like break apart. Briogeo's Don't Despair, Repair, Deep Conditioning. So like, I think it's like a good overall. Herbivore's Blue Tansy Resurfacing Mask. So I have used this before, and I do think it's a nice mask out there. Like, it's probably one, like, that's probably one where you're really getting your money's worth for this, because it's expensive, I feel. And then Origins Retexturizing Clay Mask. So I wish with the masking kit that they gave you a cleanser as well. Like, so any mask kits out there, give a cleanser as well, because all these start with like, with cleansed skin, start with this. So why they don't give like a cleanser with some of masks or mask sets? Like, I feel like it's a missed opportunity, guys. Like, have it all in one, you know? As well as like, if they can do some cute little head things and head accessories to like pull back your hair, I'm all for that. Like, I would pay an extra $5 for like little ears, right? Some people might not, but then I feel like you're not a true masker. I'm just gonna kind of wet my face. Ooh, it's so cold. So I feel like that cleanser really like strips your skin, so, or like the soap is really gonna like wash things off and whatnot. I've kind of like picked up my face a little bit, like, where's irritations, to decide where kind of things are going. So I should have looked at like the times, and of course you say nothing on you. My pet peeve is when they don't tell you like how long to leave things on for. Like, some of these, like, because I have like 3 minutes to 20 to 30 minutes. So I think I'm going to start with this side. And this is kind of like their anti-aging. So this one's supposed to take kind of one of the longest. So I'm going to have my trusty little spatula. And this one's like their peel off. Ooh. So I think like along the side of my face is a good one to kind of put it along. And I haven't really, I don't really remember using this one. So for my pores, I have this one. So the Boscia So I'm just going to kind of go in and kind of go, whew, I probably took too much of that mud. So that one's supposed to be left on for 15 to 20 minutes. We have OLEHENRIKSEN, another pore mask. I feel like I'm using too much. So put too much of that one on, so it's just gonna go down my neck. Hoping still have some tightening effect for that. So that one is supposed to be left on for about 15 minutes. I'm going to put the turmeric one on my lower chin. You can definitely smell that ginger. I tried to like pair them up, because you're kind of getting like turmeric, and I feel like the vitamin C ginger, like turmeric's supposed to kind of help your skin well-being. So maybe you have like 3 kind of pore masks in the OLEHENRIKSEN, the boscia, and the Caudalie for like those mud, clearing your pores. We're getting like a mix of products, so that's kind of nice. It does make it a little hard because the turmeric one's like clear, and I was like, where did I put it? We're gonna put the rose clay resurfacing mask on that forehead. I feel like I know like the appropriate size and amount to put for my whole face. When I'm doing like these little sections, I'm like, I used too much. And the blue Herbivore is gonna go, or the, Herbivore. I just need to focus on one thing at a time, apparently, because I'm like spilling it everywhere. So the Herbivore blue Tansy. Right, so applying like a thin layer. I feel like I could have better planned things out, because it looks like a whole bunch of things happening on this side, not so much on this one. Right, I just kind of overdid it on the blush or self-tanner. And then this one's gonna obviously be on for longer than what it says. And it's like, apply generously. Like, no. Always apply thin layers. Okay. So I feel for like my peel off one, I might have issues. Like peel off masks, that's where you can kind of apply a good layer. Ugh. I absolutely hate, maybe it's just thick, like when those little metal parts don't come off and it leaves like a little bit of that plastic. But it's just like a really thick mask. I feel like this is one that has a whole bunch of things, so it should be good for my skin. So it is supposed to be like that warming mask. So it is definitely a weird sensation where I'm like, I do feel it warming up a little and whatnot. So right? Of course, like I have a facial mask on, so I need to take a selfie like this because that's what all these companies tell me to do. And you're like, oh, you look attractive, you should take a selfie this way. But I will say, like, this color I really enjoy on my face. It's a nice bright vivid color, I feel. So just kind of going through some of those masks, right? So GLAMGLOW is that firming silver mask, right? And they're definitely, like, I feel like they have so many different colors, so I will do one of all the different colors that I kind of have collected to see, like, does it matter? The boscia is going to kind of help with those pores. So it's that charcoal kind of clay mask, but it's like a putty. So it is something kind of thick feeling. This one has such an enjoyable color. So this one is supposed to be this like cool plunge. So it's like clay and snow lotus extract. I don't really find it cooling on my face that I really notice. On my turmeric, right? So it's supposed to kind of help with your pores, help with your skin, right? You have that vitamin C. I'm not sure what ginger is supposed to do. I wish they kind of said more of like what it does on it, because like it just says for like sensitive skin, like it doesn't say pores, nourishing. So let's get on that face mask. Like, I'll say what you do, right? With the Caudalie, and it is the cleansing and tightening your pores. So hopefully this helps. So that's why I kind of put it along my nose, right? So it is drying down. Of course, I missed like a section of my nose, so I'm just gonna move you over. I do feel like this one has like a really thick feeling, right? So this one is drying down and I can start to see the oils pulling out. The warming mask just kind of feels like a thick cream. It's not a bad warming sensation, like it's kind of gone now. The Retexturizing one, because I guess I've kind of used it before, or like that one I maybe feel like a little like cooling. But that one is like a clean product. So if you're like there's nothing harmful in this. So hats off to making something that's actually not killing you to make you beautiful. And then with the Origins Retexturizing, like this one kind of has like grit in it, right? So when I wash off, I will just kind of like rub in, right? Whereas this one's Retexturizing from, I guess, like the acids it has in it and whatnot. So I spent like all that time using an instrument not to get my fingers dirty, and then I'm like touching my face. So I'm gonna let this sit until things start to burn, because I'm just worried about like that one, because it said like up to 3 minutes, and then some of them are like until things kind of dry. So they're about like leave on for like 10 minutes. So I think I'll leave everything on for an additional like 10 minutes at this point. Come on back, wash my face. So it's definitely been long. So like the putty side doesn't really dry down. But things have kind of dried down at this point. This one's really making ugly face lines. So I forgot one that is a peel off. Whew. I'm trying to like find like an edge. There we go. So if you've ever done like a painful peel off mask, this is not one, because it's even attached to some hairs and like it's not bad for removing. I do think my skin looks firmer underneath it. Whew. Hurts a little with the maybe little facial hairs. Whew. Right, but like not that bad for taking off. Like it's peeling up a little bit of hair, but I feel like it's a little hard to tell in that area, but I think my skin looks nourished and like firm. So I think it like worked well. I'm going to go wash all the rest off now. Coming back, I think my skin looks nice and clean. I think like I really like this one for the pores, because I just feel like my chin had some of that irritation and it kind of helps with it. The turmeric, now I'm just touching my face with my dirty hands. Like these two, I didn't really notice any like instant results. Like I think I prefer my GLAMGLOW over that for really like tightening pores. I would say this one's very easy to remove. This one was so hard to get off my face. Like I feel like I just kept going. So I think like you do want to use like a washcloth. So it's like wet fingers, remove. Like no, you need a washcloth to remove this one, but my skin does feel soft with it. Like they both feel like, I think for a resurfacing mask, like they both did a good job, right? There's no real like dead skin. The skin feels nice and soft. It does feel like where I had that Hungarian mask, like cool and smooth, right? So I'm excited to kind of maybe try that one again, just to see, right, how it really goes. So it is one that's massage activated, so I feel like I could have rubbed it in more and whatnot, but like overall you're getting a whole bunch of different masks to try out, so that's not bad at all. I'm going to apply my hair mask to kind of like my dry hair and just kind of keep it in around my ends. Ooh, there's a knot there. So I'm going to put the Briogeo one on this side, just kind of getting it, rubbing it through. So especially if like I'm sleeping in it, I don't necessarily want wet hair. You might end up using a little bit more product, but I'm just kind of concentrating it on the ends. And they do have like overnight ones that you can use specifically, where I feel like it's just watered down product. Ugh, my hair just gets so knotted. So I just want to make sure all the knots are out. And then I'm just going to kind of braid my hair. So it's really concentrated in my roots where I feel my ends, not my roots. So I feel like my ends that are dry so again, just going back in and coating. And obviously, like, not the cutest braid out there. I just have to go into like a sun place, like have little knots in my hair, and it just hurts. So I'm gonna put the Matcha from Devacurl, and this one's definitely like a thicker putty feel. Or like the Briogeo feels like your typical mask. I think I have to change this one because it's just not that cute. And like, yeah, I'm just going to bed now, but it can still look better. So I'm going to put on my fresh black tea overnight firming mask. So I'm just going to kind of use my fingers and apply it on this side, not forgetting that neck. So I'm just going to make sure when I'm applying upwards. I always feel like for these masks, it never hurts to apply like a little bit more. And we like soak my face back, lift everything up. So it does feel like a firm cream and like almost like a spa-like smell. And then this one's like a hydrating sleeping mask. I'm still gonna apply it on my neck and still just do that upwards. Application. It's definitely like a lot like more jelly feeling, like hair gel. Whereas this one feels like a good cream, but it feels more like it's sunken in. This one definitely feels like it's on my face. So I'm going to go to bed, see how my skin looks the next day. For leaving some of those creams on or masks on for like maybe longer than suggested, nothing got irritated, and I do kind of have like sensitive skin a little bit, so thumbs up to that. So I'll see you all tomorrow morning. So checking in the next day, I definitely think both hair masks did like a good job. Like, I didn't put any other product in my hair, and like it's not too bad with the frizz and things like that. Like, I was wearing kind of like a poncho scarf, right? So it was definitely getting a little like staticky, but I feel like my hair is pretty good right now. And then with my skin, I definitely feel like my skin is a little better. Like, I definitely think like I didn't eat the best from the previous week. So I do have some like blemishes and that I just want off my face. But overall, like, I feel like this side's really hydrated, and this side, my skin does feel firm and whatnot. So I think like both the mask and hair mask did a good job. Thanks so much for watching, guys. I hope you have a great day. Bye.